Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. On the Solana chart, we're still tracking the overall bullish scenario here because Solana did manage to hold the $12 level, and it also reversed out of our larger trend reversal area here to the upside, and it is nearly arrived at this trend line where I would expect at least a bit of a bounce, and then we need to see, okay, can Solana break to the upside? I mean, if it can break out of this wedge, it could actually be quite bullish and might actually directly send Solana to around about 22.30 next, then 23.30, $24. These are the next resistances along the way. And then we've got 26.80, but that is really a major resistance level because the entire price action since November has happened below this level, before that above this level. So this is an important level to ensure a further breakout. I mean, you can talk about $27. There isn't really a cent level. Prices are dynamic, okay, but sort of roughly $27. Now, looking at this can still lead to one more low, because until we really break out of this wedge pattern, it is still fairly easy for the price to bounce and break down and move down in this WXY XZ pattern. Now, these patterns typically don't occur. They typically don't exist. They are just too rare, okay? But okay, it could be. This is the only way how I can really come up with one more wave down, which makes sense to me in this overall bullish structure, to be clear, yeah. And in one more, if we make one more low, really, then what are the warning signs? So if price comes down, breaks below our bullish support level at 1441, that's a 78.6 retracement measured against this move to the upside, yeah. And I should maybe make that yellow here, as I have done on the other charts which have similar setups. Wave 2 retracement. So yeah, 1441 is the relevant support level here for this particular chart to move higher against, right? So if we break below 1441, 78.6 Fib level of the move that started on the 10th of June, if price breaks below this level, it is most likely going to make a new low. Well, first of all, below the 10th of June low. So $12 is here a likely support level, or if we talk about the trend line possibly, then we talk here about roughly $10. That's also the 88.7 Fibonacci retracement level. Now, if we zoom in, we can give it the benefit of the doubt because some charts have produced 5 waves up, Solana as well. I don't like this last bit, is pretty unclear. It's clear as mud, okay? So we have a possible 5-wave move to the upside complete, highlighted in yellow here. So if we have 5 up complete, I count the wave, the wick down that happened on the 30th of June as a wave 4 and the wave 5 to the upside. Against this swing high that was also made on Friday, I've calculated here support for the wave 2. This is typically the typical retracement area or level. I will also add the 38.2 Fib level because if we really have a diagonal here in a possible wave 1, then, and I've seen it many times before, diagonals in the crypto space, if they work out, the retracements can be very shallow. This is in contrast to what you typically expect when you deal with a diagonal, because when you see diagonals and they retrace, they come down. In most asset classes, the retracements are very deep. Stocks and shares, you know, S&P 500, if we talk about commodities. Crypto sometimes do very shallow retracements after a diagonal, okay? So just be aware of that. And typically the A wave, though, reacts to the 38.2 Fib level. Now, if we now come down, then this is the relevant support, and 1440 needs to hold in a higher low to form a more or less reliable wave 2, and then we could go higher against that support level if we now start to see a decline. It's a little bit unclear to me as to, have we already completed a 4 and 5, because this is an unreliable wave 4, yeah, because it's a very shallow, it's not shallow, it's just a wick really, yeah, that happened, and on the same day another spike. This of course can happen, but it's just an unreliable one, which could easily be because you can't really count the subwaves very nicely. So it could also be we get one more high in wave 1 here. And what we deal with here is simply something like that. Yeah, it came down in an A wave, moved up in a B wave, overshooting B wave, and the C wave, for example, is still unfolding, or even we had a running flat. That's what I mean. It's a bit unclear what's happening here at the moment. Clear as mud. There are some charts that have clearer 5 waves up. For example, EDGX doesn't make necessarily the setup better, but it is clearer. I can recognize the waves better. So what we have here, in addition to that, is this trend line, of course, yeah, and relevant micro support levels, the previous swing lows. So if we get a break below the last swing low here at $18.17, I think we have a good chance that we say, okay, we are already in this wave 2 in a pullback. This is the support area. So whenever price comes down, this is an area where price can turn around. We obviously then need to pay close attention to the relevant Fibonacci levels here, like 1730, 1646, 1560, 1440, to see if we see any significant reaction to any of those. And then price could move up in the third wave, but because the move up is only a diagonal at best, it needs to prove itself. It's less reliable than an impulse. We've got that across the board in the altcoin sector at the moment. Diagonals happen. Cryptos like to do them. Unfortunately, they are not as clear as impulses. And this one on the Solana chart, well, it's even less clear than I'd like a diagonal to be. All right, that's my update about Solana. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.